it's about 78 degrees here, man, and it's just so good to be home right now. But I wouldn't want to be in Michigan right now because I understand they're like 15 inches. I mean, hey, gotta love it. But look, we man, let me tell you something. The spirit from corporate is incredible. I mean, like anytime you have John Licari laughing, man, you know things are going good at the home office. Okay, and lately, John has been smiling a lot, and it's really a testament to the things that have been happening in the field. You all have been doing an incredible, incredible job out there. I mean, listen, I think that what we've done is that we've shown corporate that all that money they spent and all the hell we went through with the event, it was worth every minute and every cent of it because it's reflective in all the, we have so many new people ranking up, you know, so many excited, the energy is such a high level all across the country. Look, one of the greatest things that happened to me is funny because we were in Philadelphia, and I'll talk about that later. But Nathan McCray walked up to me, and I mean, Philly, I got to give it to you, Philly. You all showed up and showed out. I mean, there were about 700 people in there, and everybody was standing up and shouting, and I was just sitting down in a stare. And Nathan walked up to him, and he said, "Kenny, what are you thinking about right now?" And I told him that it's a very emotional moment because what I see is what we dreamt of, is what we envisioned. You know, Jack and I used to talk, and Rosa, we used to talk about where Team USA was going to be, where Team Global was going to be, where TLC was going to be within 24 months. And I was sitting there watching all of these people that are really having success in their lives and being changed. I was thinking about how every time I went on Facebook and social media, I was seeing people all over the world in Ecuador. I mean, all over the world, I'm seeing TLC rooms full, and the spirit is just floating through there. So I was sitting there, and I told Nathan, this is our time. That thing called favor is real. All we've been through this entire journey, 15 years, even before we came on, it's all happening right now, and it's just overwhelming, you know, emotionally to be a part of it. And we should all be proud. So, you know, and I get a chance to do something a lot of people don't do. I get a chance to really talk to our CEO on a daily basis, and I hear him high, I hear him low, you know, and but I see him fighting all of the time. I mean, always trying to improve upon what's going on, and you know, always rallying everybody, saying that, hey, we got to keep it right, we got to keep it exciting, we got to keep winning, you know, we got to do. I mean, I don't care what. He works as hard as any of us, okay? So it gives me great pleasure tonight to have him participating in this. And this is the TLC, this is the state of TLC, so we're going to kind of share with you where we are and where we're headed. But right now what I want to do is I want to introduce our CEO, Mr. Jack Fallon. Jack, are you out there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, great. I appreciate that introduction, Kenny, and you're right. We're truly blessed at this time, and we've paid our dues. We've paid the piper for many years, and it's all coming together. So lately I've had to do a lot of interviews because the world has taken recognition of TLC, and I really don't like doing interviews, to be honest with you. Because we're more of the company that just keeps their head down and keep working. You know, that's all we're about. Let's just keep working, keep reinventing ourselves, keep making ourselves better from every aspect of the company. But the number one question that I get, and I even got it last night on a European interview call, was, you know, what makes us different? And I'm going to tell you what really makes us different is our leadership. And what I mean by that is that as companies grow, and there's a lot of companies with our business model that are growing, they obviously have to attract leadership. But the difference is, as I believe, and what I'm witnessing, is our leadership has no ego. And what I mean by that is that our leadership, they are pushing people up, and that's the name of the game. When we first started, obviously they were the face, they were the video, they were the picture, they were the call, they were the deal, because they had to start somewhere, right? But what I'm quietly noticing, Kenny, and you correct me if you think I'm wrong here, is that our leadership that started are slowly and quietly taking the back seat and pushing the other leaders up. They're saying, listen, we had our time. We had our time on the stage. We had our time on the brochure. We had our time in the video. Guess what? It's your turn now. And then so on and so forth. If we don't have that type of leadership, which we do have, the company only grows to a certain extent, and then it either plateaus or goes the other way. And what I'm noticing, and this is it's an amazing feeling, is again, our leadership says, no, we're going to keep pushing, but we're going to do it the right way, and we're going to keep letting people take the stage and keep pushing people up to have them achieve their dreams, to have them achieve what we've experienced, but also make us stronger as leadership. So I don't know, Kenny. I mean, do you feel the same way about that? Because I'm seeing that on a daily basis.
You know, Jack, it is what's happening. I think that as leaders, we've matured. And the one thing I can say about our core group of leaders is that we understand that the true definition of success in network marketing is not our success. It's the success that succeeds us. You know, the success that we create, and that it can't always be about us. I think that what's more important than the stories of people who've been in the business for 2 years are the people who've been in it for 2 months, for 3 months. And those are the most important stories in developing these leaders. So, Jack, I agree with you 100%. 100.
Okay, that's good to hear, because again, I'm getting interviewed a lot, and when you do get interviewed, which I do like about the interviews, is it gives you a time to reflect and to really realize what's taking place. So, man, so many positive things are just going our way. And you're right. It's favor. It's we paid our dues. We're doing the right things, and we're attracting the right people. We're attracting the right people as far as every aspect of the business, programming, the corporate team, leadership, international expansion. It's all coming together. So, it's just been an amazing, blessed time for all of us. But again, it goes back to the field. They're the ones that are creating this, and we're just here to support them. We're at their service, and that's what I always tell in interviews as well, is that we see the relationship is that we're at the service of the distributor, where another company just might not see that, and that's how we truly work on a daily basis. Another thing I wanted to cover is expansion. Expansion is going very, very well for us. We're obviously expanding into Europe. France is doing an amazing job over there. They're really sharing the word, the vision of TLC. Asia, we're expanding into Asia. So all these countries are embracing the vision of TLC. So that's been very, very, very exciting. But, I'm not going to grab that flag and go on top of the roof just yet and start waving it to the world. And what I mean by that is again, we know our weaknesses, and we're dealing with that on a daily basis. And we don't look the other way from our weaknesses. We meet them head on. And we have to, and as a company, as we grow, we're always going to have our strengths, and we're always going to have our weaknesses, and that's going to be to the end of time. But I think the true vision is to always face those weaknesses and go after them, which I want everybody to know we're well aware of them, and we're attacking them on a daily basis. I'd like to say thanks to again all the leaders and leadership that we have out there, just making a tremendous difference in recognizing what time it is and what time to jump in and do the right things for TLC. It's again, the amount of text messages, Facebook messages, Instagram messages that I get on a daily basis truly shows that we're sharing the right vision, and people around the world, every culture, every walk of life is grabbing a hold of TLC's vision. So I'm very appreciative of that. But so the reason why we have Johnny and Rosa as our guests tonight is because obviously I brought Johnny and Rosa on. I want them to cover some of the things that we're incurring right now, and maybe this can help you out as to where you are in your business. And again, we're tackling these issues, but we're transparent. There's nothing, TLC belongs to you as much as it belongs to us. So for able that relationship to work, we have to be transparent with you. So, I'm very honored to have Rosa and Johnny on this call. They're working beyond the call of duty, as well as the rest of the corporate team. I think Mary Jo's in California. I think Scott's on another airplane somewhere else. I think John and Rose are on another airplane the next day. So we made a commitment in this year that we were going to work harder and faster than any other corporate team in the world, non-MLM or MLM, and they're living up to that. I think Rosa's dying to get off this webinar to go get her hair done to get on that plane. So we're really excited. We're having visitors. We're having visitors every day. I think tomorrow we have 35 visitors scheduled. Tomorrow, just on a Friday here in Detroit, and with this type of weather. So people are committed, and when these people visit, Kenny, they're experiencing the culture. They're experiencing their home office, not ours. This is their office, and we're just here working for them. So they're coming in and making sure that the customer service people are there. They're making sure that the shipping's there. They're making sure that we're clean. The offices are clean, respectable, and people are visiting around the world. So, I mean, there's just so many positive things going on that, yeah, you're right. You have to pinch yourself, but at the same token, you just keep your head down and keep working, and it's amazing how lucky you get the harder you work. I think myself personally, I'll be on a plane just about every week for the rest of the year to some location in the world to share the vision of TLC and to share the message. So without further ado, I brought John, Licari, and Rosa, and they'd like to go over a couple things, especially this is Thursday. Everybody in the world knows Thursday at TLC is people stay up all day and night on Thursday to make sure things get into the system and to keep breaking records. We're breaking records every week. I forgot to mention that. Literally every week in 2016 we broke a record, Kenny, and I mean, you really can't ask much for that. So without further ado, John will bring us to speed on the records and the credit cards and how to make sure that you get your orders in today. John?
Thank you very much, Jack. Our great CEO. Always a pleasure to follow this man. He's just the best CEO in all of our industry, I believe. So thanks, Jack. Honored to be on the call with you and Kenny. Glad that you guys invited us. I would love to bring everybody up to speed really quickly. If you haven't heard the news, last week TLC broke a sales record. Many of you have already heard that, but I just want to make sure everybody on this Hangout hears it, and the world needs to know that, hey, last week we broke a sales record, and right now we are trending with about 3 hours left. We are trending to shatter that record that we broke last week. So we're really excited. As Kenny said, I'm smiling a lot lately, and I've been walking around here. The events behind us, and the sales are coming in, and we're bringing a lot of new people and sharing, more importantly, our products. So many brand new people who are just in love with our products and are having some personal testimonials, and that's really what it's all about. I mean, this company started with Jack's vision of bringing these great products that nobody knew about to the mass market, and that's kind of where our dream began, and that's, we just kind of took off from there. So it's exciting. It's an exciting time. But as everybody said, it's Thursday and it's showtime at TLC. Thursdays at TLC is showtime, so it's game time. Everybody gets their rally calls in, and people are trying to hit rank, and people are doing home parties and signing people up, and it's such an exciting thing to see on this side of the computer when we're looking at our numbers. But at the same time, we know that recently a lot of people have had some difficulties running credit cards in our system, and that really, we want to make sure that we explained ourselves to our people, because we owe that to our people, and Jack made it very clear that we're not going to hide and run and try to cover anything up. But basically what's going on out there in the credit card world is a lot of credit cards that used to go through are getting heavily scrutinized. Credit card, big issuing banks, merchant processors, merchant gateways, they are scrutinizing every single charge. So guys, I challenge you to make sure every single transaction has a perfect billing address, has a perfect name. If you got a middle initial, put it in there. If you got a zip code that's off by a number, it's not, it quite possibly could not go through, even if it went through 50 times before. So let's just all be cognizant of that. Reach out to your customer service team here at TLC or at Houston or anywhere around the world, Medellin, Bogota, and let them know of those case-by-case scenarios where you're having no luck having that particular transaction go through, and we'll get on it for you. We'll get an answer for you. We'll get with our people and our IT department, and we'll make sure we resolve that. So with that being said, I'm not going to take too much of your guys' time. I just want to say congratulations to everybody. We've been working so hard, and it's just been a pleasure to watch. And like Jack Fallon said, this is your company. This is not our company. This is everybody's company. So God bless everybody. Have a great night. And Rosa is going to translate for our Spanish audience pretty much about half of what I just said.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. Thanks, Jack and Kenny, for giving me the opportunity to be able to explain to all the Hispanic people or Spanish-speaking people the message at the same time, so they can feel, that we are just one family all together. So buenas tardes a todas las personas que están con nosotros el día de hoy. Rosa aquí pasándoles el mensaje de el señor Jack Fallon, Johnny Licari y Kenny Lloyd. Este hangout es para darles un poco de noticias de lo que está sucediendo en TLC. El señor Jack Fallon dándole las gracias al liderazgo que tenemos, haciéndole saber a todo el mundo que la compañía está donde está gracias a los líderes, gracias a todo su arduo trabajo, gracias a que el liderazgo ha trabajado de una manera extraordinaria, y no solamente se trata de un solo liderazgo, ¿no? Que los mismos líderes están construyendo nuevos líderes. Así es de que gracias a ustedes, porque pues sin ustedes no estaríamos en donde estamos. Y Johnny comentaba sobre pues que hemos tenido récord en ventas semana con semana. Así es de que muy, muy buenas noticias. Usualmente cuando Johnny sonríe, dice Kenny que cuando Johnny sonríe es porque todo va bien y tenemos ventas extraordinarias. Así es de que si ven sonreír a Johnny, pues ya saben que todo va bien. Si Johnny está así medio serio, quiere decir que se tienen que poner a trabajar más. Así es de que Johnny comenta que junto con estas buenas noticias de crecimiento y de récord en ventas, pues en ocasiones se vienen un poco o lo que yo le llamo unas piedritas en el camino, que siempre hay que aprender a trabajarlas y a brincarlas, ¿no? En este momento estamos teniendo muchas llamadas o a muchas personas comunicándose con nosotros diciendo que las transacciones de las tarjetas de crédito no pasan. Y Johnny daba un mensaje sencillo, ¿no? En donde esto no tiene nada que ver con nosotros, con TLC, no tiene nada que ver con ustedes personalmente, no es su cuenta de banco, simplemente que la seguridad en todo el mundo en las transacciones de tarjeta de crédito pues ha cambiado un poco y todo el mundo está buscando un tipo de más seguridad personal para todos con su tarjeta de crédito. Así es de que solamente les pedimos, por favor, tengan mucho cuidado o pongan un poco más de cuidado cuando hacen una transacción con tarjeta de crédito en cuanto a la información que se ingresa en el sistema. Asegúrense que sea su nombre completo. Si tienen primer nombre, segundo nombre, un apellido o dos, ingresen toda la información. La dirección tiene que ser la correcta que está ingresada con la tarjeta de crédito. Hay muchas personas que se movieron de casa, pero la dirección de la tarjeta de crédito sigue en la otra casa. Entonces, solamente asegúrense de ingresar la información correcta. Si ustedes ingresan la información correcta en el sistema, no tendría por qué haber ningún problema. Si de alguna manera ustedes tienen problema, nuestras chicas de servicio al cliente, nuestro correo electrónico info@totallifechanges.com, estamos a sus órdenes, trataremos de resolver caso por caso. Johnny y yo y todas las chicas de servicio al cliente estaremos pendientes de estas transacciones para poder darles una respuesta a cada una de ellas. Pero pues si queríamos ser transparentes, como dice Johnny, no estamos escondiendo nada, simplemente es seguridad de las mismas compañías de tarjeta de crédito. Así es de que, pues a mí no me toca nada más que agradecer a toda la gente que nos acompañó el día de hoy y me imagino que voy a pasar el micrófono a Kenny. Kenny, am I transferring it to you? Or to Jack, or to Johnny,
okay,
maybe
Rosa,
to all three of you?
Rosa, you're transferring to me. I'm sorry. You were talking so fast, a few of the words I kind of missed, okay? Hey, listen, thank you very much, Rosa and Johnny. But you know what, guys? What you're seeing is expansion. You're seeing growth. You know, you're seeing now that we have expanded our family. And now, I'm asking that you all be patient when this happens because it's not just about you. I mean, we have a whole nother segment of the population that are joining us that we have to address. We don't want to leave anybody out. One team. Remember what we said, one team. So everybody deserves to get the message. So Rosa, thank you very much. I caught almost everything you said. Missed a couple words, but thank you very much. But listen, guys, I'm not going to keep you much longer, but I do want to say this, that we're more than halfway into the first quarter of the year. And I mean, you heard Jack say and Johnny Licari say, each week we broke a previous week record and a company record. And our momentum is at a high again. And we can never get comfortable with that. We always have to be growing mentally. Our business has to grow. So one of the things that I'm going to ask that everybody does is that understand that this is a business. So, and every business runs quarterly. So what you need to do is that in order to improve, you need to look at where you are and think about where you want to be. And you know that if your goal is to double your money, you have to double your activity. Okay? And if you do it, because I say that if you increase the amount of home parties you do, you're going to increase your income. I guarantee. And if you start teaching people that same philosophy, double your activity, double your money. The best thing about Thursday is a day that the day of the week that you have an opportunity to give yourself a raise. You know, it's in your hand. You can give yourself a raise every week. All you have to do is make a decision that I am going to go all the way to the end. And I will tell you this, here's a secret, that if you begin your week tomorrow, if you begin Friday with a sense of urgency, Thursday, you will never operate in a sense of emergency. Okay, because most people on Thursdays are always operating in a state of emergency. But if you begin your week in a state of urgency on Friday with urgency, Thursday won't be an emergency. You'll coast into your position. Your momentum will take you there. All you have to do is just make a few adjustments, okay? Also, I want you to think about this. As we're growing, the one thing I'm seeing again, I'm seeing a lot of pop-ups. I'm seeing, you know, we have this tour going on, and we have all of the leadership. Every city we go to, we have 90% of our leadership there delivering the training, our new training. We have a training module, and we're training from that module. I want you all to be mindful of the imposters, because there are always network marketing imposters that travel with their own singular message. Like if the big team goes right, you're always going to have people that go left. But I'm going to say this, I don't knock anybody. This is network marketing. You have the option and opportunity to do what you want to do. But I just share that documentation beats conversation. When you start thinking about who you're going to listen to, who you're going to allow to get into your mind, who you're going to allow to train you, you have to look and make sure that person is documented, okay? And I'm going to give you that suggestion. Make sure that their success is documented, that they're just not claiming success, that they're actually having success. Because I want to make sure that everybody has an equal chance to win, okay? Another thing, we are growing so rapidly. We're beyond being, we're not a UFO anymore. We are an identified flying object, and it's called #1, baby. It's called success. It's called unstoppable. We have been identified as that company, and we are that company, but with the good always comes the bad, because now that we're on the radar, people are taking shots at us. You know that. People are taking shots at us. You know, when you grow and you get so big that you're on the radar, you're no longer in stealth mode. TLC is no longer in stealth mode. We don't have to prove a thing to anybody anymore, because they know people are winning. All the people that did not want to come over here for various reasons, you know what? they have started thinking from a different perspective, and they're thinking from a business perspective, and they are coming. They're already here, and you're going to see as a result of this group of people that are coming over, our business is going to go to the next level, because when I tell you all that we have favor, we do. And favor says that things happen in layers. So as Jack said, as leaders, we were here 2 years ago. Guess what? It's supposed to be easier for you now. There should be greater success that's coming of the new leaders that are coming over here. Don't worry about the people coming over here and making money faster and having a greater story. As long as you are overriding these people, you need to let that go. That's my phone. My phone is blowing up now, people trying to get in the company. But listen, this new wave of leadership, they're going to take us to $500 million. And I'm going to tell you, don't fight it. Let it go. Listen, edify them. We're going to, listen, when we come here to Atlanta, to Houston, we have people flying in that are some of the new leaders. We're going to form a circle around them. And this circle is our tradition. We're going to let them know that we're not going to let anybody penetrate this. We're not going to let anybody hold you back and prevent you from being all that you could be. I'm going to ask that everybody becomes very careful. We know we have a lot of different testimonies out here. So many people using our products. They're doing so many things for so many people. But now we want to be around, and we must not be careful. We must eliminate making medical claims. Medical claims will get us in trouble, okay? You can give your own testimony. What we're going to do, I was talking to John Licari, because in our growth, our infrastructure is getting tighter. Now we have an incredible, I didn't forget Jack. And we have an incredible, representation. So we're going to be teaching you all what to say and what not to say. Now, let me say this. Let's talk about our growth a little bit. Last week, we were in Philly, and this lineage of Denise Lee is just incredible, because and Bonita Lee, and let me tell you something. We had a new global, Nikki Robinson. So we all want to shout out and say, congratulations, Nikki. We knew you had it in you. Congratulations. We want to shout out to Nikki, and we want to congratulate you and honor you and welcome you into another level of money. And when I say money, the money is not the most significant thing. Now it's what this money is going to do for you. This level is going to begin altering your life now. Now there are going to be major changes that are going to take place as a result of what you're doing. So congratulations. And look, we just had a brand new entry. We got word is just in it. When Johnny Licari tells me it's golden, okay? I want to shout out to, drum roll, Jeff and Janella Simpson Global, baby. Go on, Jeff. Let me tell you something. They deserve it. Everything that they get, they deserve it, because this couple works their butt off. They have worked through adversity. They have built a solid business, and they continue to grow, just like Nikki. I'm so proud of them, but it's indicative of our growth. You take them, man, they have grown. They have hit global. Nikki is it. When you see Nikki, Nikki is so quiet, and she is such an incredible representation of what we stand for, because we're taking people that have never won in network marketing before, people who used to think that they were average, but now they understand that you're far above and beyond average, okay? And your life is about to dictate that. So we're so proud of all the elevation. Yeah, I know there's some other people that have hit rank too, but we'll get you next time, okay? We'll get you next time. Look, the tour, next stop is Houston, Texas. Denise and Buddy Lee, I got to tell you that you all are a class act, because what you did in Philly was beyond phenomenal. Over 700 people, the staging, everything went well. As best as could be. Listen, it was just incredible. The energy, the spirit. This is why we selected Philly first, because we knew that you all would catapult us to where we need to be. But I got to tell you, I love you all to life, but Houston is going to kick you all's butt, okay? What you all see in Houston, I want to say it, and Twyla, you better back me up in Irwin, okay? We're going to kick you all's butt. In Raleigh, you all better step your game up, because we're coming. And in Philly, we had the 15-pound challenge. Yes, we had people stand on a scale, and everybody put up $1,000, okay? And they weighed in public, And I tried to get on the scale. I don't know what the hell happened, Jack, but it kept saying error. It just kept saying error. But I came back home and got on a Highline, okay, scale, a real scale. That hotel scale, I don't know what that was about. It weighed in, but we're all putting $1,000 into a pot, and the winner takes their money out. But we're going to take the rest of the money and we're going to dedicate it to charity, to whatever the person's favorite charity is. We're giving it back. Okay, so we're proud to be doing that. One other thing I want everybody to know, I've had this question asked. You know, we gave out these checks in New Orleans, and I was asking John Licari, just out of curiosity today, John, how much in checks did we really give out? Because we gave out quite a few. And John said, Kenny, let me calculate. Give me a minute. And it took him about an hour, and I was, did John forget about me? And he said, no, man, it took an hour to calculate this. Here's the word. You all not going to believe this, okay? Johnny Licari, it's official. John is not going to blow smoke. We gave out $35 million in checks. I wish I had music because I'd be playing it now, okay? I'd be playing some lifestyle right now. We gave out $35 million in checks in New Orleans. And you know what? That is a blessing. It is a blessing. It's a blessing to work with a company that is capable of doing that. It's a blessing to see all the people whose lives are changed, and this is real. It is not BS, okay? So I want to applaud you all again. Listen, Houston, Texas, March 19th. We're going to pack it out. It's going to be incredible. All roads lead to Atlanta. Atlanta is going to be July 14th, 15th, to 16th. It's going to be incredible. So look, we want to thank you all for taking the time to get on this thing. Jack is on, baby. But it's on, okay? Man, I'm so excited to have fun, man. I'm loving it. Jack, Rosa got music? Come on, Rosa, play some music. What? Is he playing lifestyle? Hey, man, when you all see us having fun like this, you know we're not silly. But you know what? We're just having a fun. The beautiful thing is when you can have the success and create the success and have fun doing it. So I'm Kenny Lloyd, Houston, Texas. Jack, Johnny, Rose, anything else you want to add before we sign off? All right, Jack, you want to add something? You have anything, Jack?
I want to add something, Kenny. I just want to remind everybody to have fun.
All right, well, we having fun, baby. TLC, tell us, say, hey, we're bringing it. See y'all next time. Later, Rosa. All right, come on, we're signing off. Thank you all very much. Come on, Johnny. We're signing out. Thank y'all. We love you guys. All right. All right, Rock, are we done?